Good evening, everybody. Well, I regret to inform you that Buckman's Model Mania will not be seen tonight, and in its place, we present to you Keeping Up with the Cardassians with me, Jody, at Trek Mods. Buck's taking the night off, so I'm filling in for him. Welcome, everybody. Donnie's here. Donnie's in first place, and he is the new king. So just had a little bit of a technical foul here. My second camera failed to start. Just got to try and figure that out. I don't know why it's not paired anymore. Not like you guys need to really see my ugly mug anyways. Let's just see if we can get it active there. There we go. And there we go. Oh, and there it goes. Okay, I'm in. And Mary's here saying hi, Donnie. Tommy's here. How you doing, Ghost? Says hi to Mary. Says hi to everybody. Everyone's saying hi to each other. It's nice to have you guys here. Thanks for joining. Let me just adjust my light here. And there it goes. You have to give me a sec. That cover just popped right off of it. Having difficulties. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. There's Cameron. Hey, Jody, Donnie, Mary, Ghost. Good evening, y'all. All right. Okay, so I got the Galor class here. Got all my lights cranked up. So I was having a thought. I don't know if I'm going to go through with my thought. I was trying to think of another way to maybe, just looking for something here. Maybe another little thing I could do to this. So I was thinking about doing some further mods to to the tail here. Excuse me. So yeah, I was thinking about some maybe further mods. Hey, Alec, I might cut this down and put it maybe down like it's like a little pod at the bottom. The lighting ends right here. That would be a good end piece. And then I'll have my little prongs. So we'll just relocate this prong thing to like right here. And we'll shorten the entire ship just a little bit. And then I will relocate this down to the underside, like a little, a sensor pod or some kind of task specific thing. Okay, I just need to find something and I'll be right back. All right, so there's like a back piece that goes on here. I had it the other day. It's very similar to the clear part for the front. There it is. There it is. So my desk is a total mess because before Keith started streaming, I was in the process of trying to rearrange this mess and get my paint and my shelf a little bit more organized and have easier access to my tools over here. But I failed. My shelving placement is just not good right now. So you guys might see me on Woody Wednesday building myself a new model desk one of these days. I got all kinds of plywood and 2x4s in my storage room. So I'm going to keep this straight because I want to still put this on there. And it tapers a little bit. From here to here, it tapers a little bit, but not enough that I won't be able to fit this in without... Oh, something upset him. Just the kid walking out. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll use a piece of tape. And I'm just going to put the tape right around. So there's like a vent sort of piece. There we go. So there's like this grill looking part, and then there's this panel. I'm going to try to cut right in between those two panels. I'll try and get right down the center of that. Keep it straight. So I'm going to use the tape to make a line with the marker. Okay, so I'll just use this to make my line. Once I do this, I'll make some windows and add some details to that piece afterwards. All right. All right. Okay, here we go. So take it apart. Get this here. That's not good. See, now it's right in my face. How's that? There we go. Let me see. Let's catch up on the. Yeah, someone's. My kid's using the microwave. It's right behind me. So that'll only be a couple minutes done. That won't last long. Microwaves are known for cooking things fast. All right, so I'm gonna get right at the corner. Pardon the noise of that. Hopefully that doesn't come across too loud on the. If anyone's got headphones in, turn the treble all the way up. Okay, so there's that one. Same thing. Oh, my glue just came apart. And I honestly think that's because of this. I think the vibrations from this rattled the glue joint apart. Because that was solid. This one feels solid, like it's not gonna break apart. Let's see what happens. Getting stuck there. That's weird. Yeah, Donnie says, I love the Sonic Saber. I do too. Gotta thank Howard for that. There we go. That was weird. Didn't want a saber sonically. Okay, probably should have glued that. All right, so now I gotta try to put that back together. I'm just gonna try to get in there with my file and get rid of that. Just get rid of the old stuff. Try to get a better bond. Try this one. It literally twisted out of my fingers and went flying. That was weird. There we go. Try this one. Okay, so we'll get some beaded glue back in there. There's no reason that should have came apart. Oh, now I'm just popping it more. So So Dawn says, I found the softer the material that you're cutting, the less effective it is. Yeah, because it depends on the vibrations permeating through the material and separating the molecules, basically. And if something's too soft, then it just gets absorbed and nothing happens. So yeah, I've noticed that, because when I first got it, I tried on a bunch of things like styrofoam. It won't do much to styrofoam, or like sponge. It'll work on very hard wood, but on soft wood, it's no different than just using a regular X-Acto blade. Dawn's back. Dum, da-dum, dum, dum. I'm back. LOL. Cameron says, welcome back to Dawn. Time to claim my throne. All right, we got the race. Got the race for the chat crown again. That's good. I want everybody competing for that. We need a definite clear winner in the end. Just gonna try to get a bit more glue into this. I probably should have cleaned the primer off a little better before putting it together, but what are you gonna do, eh? What are you gonna do? Some people don't know what they're doing. Says, you can have it, Don. I'm painting zombies. Don's painting zombies. Cool. Careful they don't bite you. Don't want to get bit by a zombie. Ah. Now I've snapped that part. All right. Let the fun times begin. Because this is such an odd shape that you can't put pressure on the corners to try to hold this together, but you can't squeeze it this way. You have to get the corner there. See, I really got to rearrange this, because where my monitor is right here in front of me, my camera and my light is directly in front of my view of the monitor, so I can't really look up and use it as a reference very well. Chat's way over there, but the light's like right there, right in my face. Okay, just reinforce this. So I'm just gonna put lots, let it run down the inside of the seam there. It should wick into any voids. Give it a good seal. I could probably could have tried using this stuff. It's not very forgiving. If you don't stick it in the right place the very first time, you're kind of screwed and glued. Screwed and glued. All right, so let's do the same thing here. I know I just re-glued it, but just do that and let it run down. Yeah, we can kind of see it a little bit there, running down the seam. You're a zombie, other Don? No, he's painting zombies. Can you hear my footsteps? Alex says, LOL, I wonder if Howard and Todd are here. Perhaps I should start the dash war. Oh, we're not going to worry about that right now. We're just here to build this model and have some fun. Well, you're welcome to try and start a dash war if you want, Alec. Go ahead. Throw $5 up there and see what kind of reaction we get. Okay, that's pretty good. So I'll move on to this. Same thing here. This popped right out like it was nobody's business. So there's like a bit of a notch there. Okay. Bit of a smaller piece so I can sort of clean this one up a little better. This groove right there. You can see my light block coat underneath there, the dark stuff. Go. Now if I put it up against this one, it'll help me line it up, square it up. Yeah. It's not really much for it to go into there. There we go. I guess it goes right in like that. There. So I'm just going to kind of use it as a clamp. Support. Okay, time for more glue. I done sniffed it all up. Okay, so every time I go to tighten that down in order to open the glue, it goes exploding all over the place. So I'm just going to use a pin. Like so. Okay, so I want this one to be where it was. The back. So now I need to make something for these ones. These two ends right here. All right, here comes the fun part. Here comes the scratch part. Get your 3D goggles on. It's about to get real. Just kidding. This is all pre-recorded and created by AI. So there's nothing real about what's happening here right now. Oh, we got a piece of the Excelsior. Kind of almost fits on there. let's just cut this out. See what we can do with it. And that gives me little detailed pieces I can use somewhere else. There's like little fins all across that. Let's see if I can leave these little, see how there's little protrusions right here? I'm gonna try and leave that on there. Got a couple comments. Let's see. Oh, sorry, Don. Were you saying something? Can't hear you all the way up here in front. Eh? With this crown over my ears. Eh? Come on, Don C. You gonna take that? You gonna take that lying down? It's a silly idea with the crowns and the ranking, but it does seem to be fun. People are having a good time with it. Which is fine by me, because that's what we're here for. We're here for a good time. Not a long time. I know everyone was waiting for it. I wonder how many people that are watching said, not a long time. Tommy says, sorry I'm so quiet, but I'm really fighting the pain. Yeah, you know what, Tommy? Don't be obligated to make comments and stuff, man. Besides, I can't hear them anyways, but I know you're here, and I appreciate the fact that you're here watching along with us. And it's the quality. It's the quality of the comments, not the quantity. Donnie says, I'll take him a while, Jody, to catch up from way back there. I hate to hear that, Tommy. Yeah, we all hate to hear that, man. I have pretty bad days here and there. I just went through a week where I couldn't stand up straight. Well, with like 4 days, I couldn't hardly walk or move, stand up straight. I couldn't even go down and pick up my wife from work. Like I was in bad shape. And I rested up a bit. My problems are like nerve damage and herniated discs. There's pressure on some discs in my back. Bunch of different things with my lower back and a couple other things. So I know what you mean, and I can sympathize with you for that too, because I live a life of daily pain. And it's not fun, man. It's not fun. I haven't been able to work like in the last 10 years. And the last job I had, I was really enjoying my job too. I was working at a golf course, doing maintenance. It wasn't that financially rewarding, but it was personally rewarding. It's a really nice job. And then I got to a point where I just couldn't anymore. Just couldn't do it. So there, this can go. Look at that. Look at that. And then I even got attachment points for the bottom of the ship. Tommy says, thanks, Donnie. Yeah, it does get old, man. Especially when it's every day. This is joint pain. Tonight it's my elbows and wrists. Oh, yeah. I wonder if you get like me sometimes, those random pain for no reason. A phantom pain, right? Because for me, it's like active nerves. So for some reason, my nerves are getting stimulated. Okay. One of the things I was diagnosed with was fibromyalgia. So it's like a nerve disorder. And it's like you've heard of people that lose like a leg or an arm or something and they have phantom pains. Oh, my foot hurts, but you don't even have a foot anymore. I don't know if you're familiar with that. But yeah, sometimes I'll just be sitting there doing something like driving or whatever, just being normal, and all of a sudden just your bone in your leg just hurts and hurts for no reason, or your elbow or your wrist. It's random places at random times. Doesn't seem to have any reason. Tony says you can have it 30 minutes when I go to bed, Alec. Yeah, Donnie's got early mornings. Although you might have to fight Dawn for it. Dawn's been pretty tenacious there. He held on to the crown. See, kept these little wings on here. So now I can use that as like my mounting point to mount this down here. Hopefully I'm not making a mistake and this is going to be weird. I wonder if I should maybe put it on the tail. Ooh, like this. Okay, so right like that. I can trim that down to fit in there a little bit better. This thing can be right here. I don't know. Any thoughts? You guys have any thoughts on this? Let's say if that was like that. And then we'll put something on the, maybe some kind of weapons launcher, or maybe some kind of, maybe like a deflector thing. Oh, there you go. Tommy says, yeah, he is an amputee, so yeah, he get guaranteed you get those phantom limb pains. Okay, I'm not trying to compare what I go through to what happened to you, but I'm just using that as a way to explain, what happens to me sometimes. Donnie says, sometimes my knees do that. It's like my knees just suddenly get pissed off at me for no reason. I like it. You like when your knees get pain, Donnie? Oh, man. Pretty sure he means this. So you're liking the way that is, that leaves like a little bit of a gap right there. That's not a big deal. That can be filled in. Wonder if it should face forward or maybe backwards. What do you think? Like that? Or like this? Oh, it's coming apart on me. It's falling apart at the seams. Man. Oh. Rewired the pathways in my brain to stop them. That is a therapy that I have not heard of. Yeah, Donnie says they like the addition to the ship. Okay, Donnie and everyone else, which direction? Just get that on there. This doesn't really have any pins or anything to lock it in place. It's sort of like on rails there, so it slides around. Just gonna do that. Just gonna temporarily put it in place. Just temporary. Let's see, we'll put this like that. Mirror therapy. Tommy's telling me mirror therapy. I'll have to look into that, Tommy. Mirror therapy. But my wife's in the bedroom right now, Googling it and looking into it. She's on it. She's the best. So I have a choice here. So we got this. Or we got this. Or that. Don't think I want to put it right on this belly part. First of all, the stand goes there. I don't want to have to relocate where the stand goes. Hey, there's Steve Martin. How's it going, Steve? Thanks for popping in. Greetings from Michigan, USA. Well, thanks for coming, buddy. Yeah, Mary says, you know it, baby. Because mirror therapy, something new, you never know, it might work. I've been doing Mary therapy for the last 21 years. That works pretty good. Works great to ease most of my pains. Facing forward, it could be a weapons pod, but facing backwards, it could be a shuttle bay. Oh, yeah, Donnie. Facing backwards could be a shuttle bay. But then I gotta get little Cardassian shuttles to be inside there. Because if I'm gonna go through the trouble of making this to make it a shuttle bay, well, damn well gonna need some shuttles in there, aren't I? I'll have to try and find out what Cardassian shuttles look like. Steve says goes good. Right on. Good to hear that, Steve. I'm working on the Cardassian ship here, and I just cut the shit. Get on there. Okay, so I just cut this tail chunk off, and I'm rigging it up to be some kind of underslung pod, similar to what I'm doing on the Miranda Hornet. And Cameron says, great idea, Donnie. Yeah, that is a good idea. Okay, so we want weapons pod or we want shuttle bay? Weapons pod is easy because then I can just put a thing in there and I don't even necessarily need lights, but it wouldn't be hard to put like a light in there to signify that it's going to be some kind of weapon. And a shuttle bay would be certainly very cool. Be a pretty cool detail. We'll have to do one of those polls. Donnie said I could print a couple if I had an STL for them. Yeah, well, we're not sure if there's even. Don't even know if there's even one. I could try to make them from little bits of plastic. Like they're only going to be, they're only going to be the size of this, maybe. They're not going to be huge. You just got to carve little solid bits of plastic. I like the idea of a shuttle bay, though. That sounds kind of cool. So then we got to come up with a new class name for the ship. Oh, he says he has one. You already have an STL for Cardassian little shuttles? Is that what you're saying? That's so cool. And Donnie also says, you ain't going to get the crown by stopping to eat, Alec. Alec's heading home to finish the last bit of his constitution for Pack 1. First, he's going to eat. But Donnie's warning him he's going to miss the crown. He says he's almost completely out of resin, clear and gray. Printing lots of stuff. Tommy says, should I call you Tommy or Tom? What do you prefer? Does it matter? Or Ghost? Whatever. It could be a detachable ship docked. Yeah, it could be a little ship, like a captain's yacht or a little rendezvous vessel. Definitely could be something like that. So yeah, Donnie says he does have an STL. Well, that's cool. Time to go to Amazon, Alec. Yeah. It's a long drive on your bike to the rainforests of the Amazon, but you can do it. Yes, I do. I might have a Star Trek STL addiction. Oh. Well, there's worse things that you can be addicted to. Tommy? All right, you got it, Tommy. Steve says, Kim Kardashian classless class. I don't know. It's getting all these mods. Maybe I'll call it the Jenner class. Too soon? Okay. So do I put this aside or do I start making a floor? What do I do? What will I do? Just have a sip of coffee. Hey, we got Russ. How you doing, Russ? Cosmic Quest Hobbies. Good to see you. Go check out Russ's post. He printed a little bridge, a little 3D bridge module for his alien ship design that he's working on. And it looks pretty cool. Little aliens hanging out on the bridge. They even got a little pet. So how are you tonight, Russ? Good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Tommy says I picked out. Oh, I went to click on it and it ran away. Tommy says I picked out my next project to make the fans and rivet counters freak out. All right. Yeah, Tommy's making some pretty cool stuff, man. Good one. The Cardassians remade yet again class. Tommy saying hi to Russ. Everyone's saying hi to Russ. Doing good, buddy. Right on. That's good to hear. Donnie says he loved that bridge. All right. Oh, just get that off of there. Okay, so I think first things first, gonna figure out exactly where this is gonna go. So forward, facing forward makes it weapons. Facing backwards makes it a shuttle bay. I like the other idea of it being like a secondary vessel that can take off, maybe some kind of little rendezvous thing or something like that. But it's just like a little block. It doesn't have a lot of detail in it. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have the imagination to make ships from scratch like Rust. That's why I use pre-existing models and just change them. Cam says facing back like a shuttle bay. There's Johnny. Too Loud's my other brother-in-law, Johnny. Both here. How's it going, buddies? Facing back, he says. Yeah. I think so too. I like Donnie's idea of a shuttle bay, and add a couple stubby wings and weapons pods. Yeah, it's true. I could go on the Discord and look at a bunch of the pictures that Tommy posted too. He's making cool little ships and little things just from scratch. Stuff that he finds around the house. He's got that eye for the shapes of things. You know, you see an interesting shape and you're like, oh, that's an engine cowling. Oh, that's a nacelle. Oh, that's a deflector dish. Oh, look at that piece right there. That's a whatever nose cone. I don't know, detailed pieces. Yeah, could, yeah, little stubby wings. Could like kind of emulate the shape of this, right? Too bad I didn't think of it ahead of time. I could have used that, right? Pop that off. So you got the big ship and like a smaller version of the ship. Yeah, you're right, Donnie. Even more so because he's doing more. He's doing more little things constantly. I get stuck on something and I get creative block a lot of times, and I gotta take time out and think about what I'm gonna do for a while before I can complete something. Sometimes. Snap that back into place a little better. I think I'm gonna go with the shuttle bay. I like the idea of that. We'll fill in the top here. Can get rid of these pointy parts. I won't do that yet. Okay, so this will be a shuttle bay. So we'll start by making the shuttle bay floor. Time guy, 10 o'clock. We're an hour. Not too bad. Let me just catch up to you guys here. Donnie says, I only wish I had that kind of talent. Dude, your talents are in painting and other things. The way that you paint those tiny little figures, man, the detail that you get into that, and just the colors and the techniques you're using, don't sell yourself short on anything. Tommy says, yeah, I've had 30 years of building professionally to help. Oh, right on. Like building models professionally? That's totally awesome. Like a Vulcan shuttle, except Cardassian. Talking like Spock's shuttle sled thing that separates and then the shuttle goes and docks with the Enterprise? You talking like that? Yeah, don't forget to add a piece for the personnel to lift up to the main hull. Exactly, he's got a point, and that's what I was going to do. Because we got this part right here. So I got to fill that. I got to make a wall here. And I got to make a wall here. I was thinking I'd come down with like, let me see. Where's me marker? Where's me marker? Okay, well, I got a red one. Use a red one. I was thinking like maybe an angled wall like that. All right, coming down like that, so it gives it a little more, like a little more girth in this pylon part instead of just being a little skinny thing right here. It'll come down to like a sort of a bit of an angle like that. Big torpedo, like the one episode with the Cardassian smart missile. Was that an episode of DS9? That's what Steve's saying. Don's asking, what did you build professional, Tommy? Don't forget to add a piece. Finally a break. Now I can sit. I thought you said you were headed home, Alec. Oh no, I headed home in a while. So Steve says a big torpedo like that one episode with the Cardassian smart missile. You'll have to refresh my memory. I did see every episode of DS9, but the last time I watched it was when the last episode was on TV as it aired. I haven't rewatched the series since it aired. Okay, Donnie worked all over the world in the Pentagon, Special Forces Command, congressional offices, museums, private collections, built for Ertl, Hasbro, and done props. That's awesome, man. Good for you. That's so cool. Donnie says, I'll print those shuttles tomorrow night. Okay, thanks, man. I appreciate that very much. Like, 2, 3, not a lot. No, just a couple in there. I don't imagine they would have a lot. Maybe I'll put the shuttle bay floor sort of halfway. Let me get a pointier thing here. I'll put the shuttle bay floor maybe sort of halfway up, and then with like a lift access, right? So you're only going to see 2 or 3 shuttles on this floor, and then you can assume, you got shuttles stored away underneath the other area, and then you could simply just cut like a rectangular hole in the floor to, hint that there's a lift there or an access. That's the missile that B'Elanna went inside and talked to the computer. Okay. So they had to beam her onto the missile. Yes. All right, so I'll start with some of this. Is that going to be big enough? That piece is not big enough. Hold on. Okay, 1 second. Just a minute. Okay. Might as well do this the right way. So we've got a little square box. It doesn't taper very much. Looks like this end is slightly wider. So that's going to be my opening end. Are we on screen with this? Okay, hold on. Let me just check this out for a second. Steve says, I think it was Voyager. It was a sentient missile. It was a sentient missile, and they had to pursue it and stop the other missiles from fulfilling its programming. Tommy says, if you remember the first fiber optic Star Destroyer, the DS9 Station, TOS Enterprise, I built all of them before they were sold. The box art is mine. Oh, cool. So the Ertl box art for the models. That's awesome. I like it when the model box has like a picture of the completed model on it instead of like a screenshot from the show. Donnie says that's so cool, Tommy. Okay, I'll catch up to this in a sec. Oh, Donnie says later, everyone. Okay, Donnie, good night, buddy. Thanks for staying up a little bit later than usual and checking me out for this. Have a good day tomorrow. I'll get back to you guys in just a sec. I just got to work this out here. So. That doesn't want to. There we go. Okay, so we got to. So this. Right, the details here aren't important, but what I want is a floor right across like that. So probably just under this little lip part right here, because I don't imagine the shuttles are going to be, it's like 1000 scale, I think this is. I don't know. I'm sure Donnie will print them the right size. He saw how big this was. Okay, so we're going. Let's see if we can find what a Cardassian shuttle looks like. Not even sure what they look like. So let's get the old chromidome out here. Cardassian shuttle docking. Ugh, that's gross. All right, there we go. Shuttlecraft. That's what stupid autocorrect. Oh, it looks like an earwig. Okay, so we got this one. Looks like an earwig. And this one just looks like a smaller version of the ship. But it's got like little sidey wingy thingies. And there's this weird one. Oh, memory beta. We don't want that. I'm pretty sure I remember this. I remember seeing them like this on the show. Pretty sure that's what they looked like on the show. Let's see what you guys are saying about that. Oh, Ricardo's here. Hey, there's my brother, Jerry Leroy. Says, hey, Joel, how's it going, my bro? Finally have a few minutes to check out your live stream. Thanks for joining me, Jerry. It's in bed at 9 or so. Oh. Well, thanks for coming, brother. I'm working on the Cardassian ship from Deep Space Nine show. And I've got these components rearranged. And I chopped off the end of it here. And I'm trying to work out how to turn this end piece into a little shuttle bay area. I don't know how long you've been watching for, but my buddy Donnie said he's going to print me out some little Cardassian shuttles to go into there. Let me just back up here, catch up. Sorry for neglecting you guys. So Steve says, just for being a missile, it had a pretty cool design. Lots of yellow lighting, Cardassian style. I'll have to check that one out. So I'm not sure what scale this model is. I think someone said it was like a 537 scale or something like that. So I'm not sure how big. I'm not sure how big a shuttle would be. 537 is like a little bigger scale, maybe like the size of this nub that's on the end right here, like my pinky nail size. I'm not sure. The ones for the, like if you look at the 1/1000 scale one that's on the back of my Excelsior here, it's very small. Like that's a very, very small shuttle. You know, that's much smaller than that. So I would imagine a 537 scale would be fairly big. Like you would assume that the shuttles are kind of the similar size in relation to each other, right? You know, all the aliens are like the same size, pretty much. Alex says, see you tomorrow and on the Wednesday stream, bud. Okay, saying that to Donnie. Alex saying good night to Donnie. Tommy says, also the box art for Odo, Quark, McCoy, Scotty, and Spock. Oh, that's awesome, Tommy. Cool, man. Good night, Donnie. Oh, and Han and Luke. Oh, right on. So Tommy's been working in the modeling industry for quite a while. That's pretty awesome to hear. We got Ricardo. Shark's here. How's it going, Shark? Good to have you here, buddy. Hello, Jody and everyone in chat. Hello, Shark. Hello, Shark. Wow, modeling royalty in the house. Yeah, we got modeling royalty in the house. Steve talking about himself again. Always on about himself. Come on, Steve. No, I'm pretty sure Steve's talking about Tommy, but I saw the pictures that Steve posted in Discord. Also, more modeling royalty right there, Steve Martin. Shark saying, hey, Tommy. Hey, Steve. Hey, Shark. Hey, Steven. Hey, dang, Tommy. That's awesome. Yeah, agreed. That's just the tip of the iceberg. And there's my brother. Okay, we're back down there. So hi again, Jerry. Thanks for coming. Thanks for checking it out. Okay, thanks. Hey, Jerry. All right, let's get back to work, man. We got a ship to make. Where's my pencil? Okay, so we got a shuttle that kind of looked like an earwig. It's round, looks a little bit like the Cardassian ship. Right, had a circle like this, had a tail, had forks back there. We don't know the rest of the detail. Let's assume we'll put 2 of those right there. Oh, that's weird. My pencil's making a weird noise. It's like squee. That's so strange. So then that means I got to make details inside here. That can be, right, so that looks like this. There's a big bar. Goes like that. So that's a big panel. That could be all filled with windows. And this will be where the door bits are. So I'll need like a little frame around it. And there we go. There's some little details inside, like some panels on the wall. Stuff like that. Sticky. And then we got a little bay down here, so we'll have another floor. Maybe I'll put a piece of styrene in like this, just right there. Although we're not going to see it, so I don't need to do that because I'm not going to open this and have more shuttles inside here. Just have a couple right there. That's going to be a wall. And this is where the shuttle bay door will open up. So maybe I'll even put like half the door. You know what I mean? Half the door closed. So we got our shuttle bay door here. And then we got inside our shuttle, the windows, the shuttle like this. Right, we got our floor, and then we got a outside wall, panel lines, whatever, details, maybe a couple windows, couple lights, something like that. Like that, Chris? So come over, you can get popsicles out of my freezer. Okay, so this is not large enough for that, although it could be, because we don't need to go, yeah. So we just need, say, half of this. Right? About half of this. So this will be big enough. So go like this. There's my marker. Found you. Found you, marker. Oh, let's see. Steve says, Tommy, that's outstanding. Love to see some of your work. Tommy's always posting the current stuff he's doing on Discord. I know you're on there now too, Steve. I saw your pictures. Jerry says, I don't know if it's just me, but I always felt that the Cardassians had ships that looked more organic than all the other ships. Yeah, they kind of do, eh? They look like bugs or something like that. Half closed would make it more lifelike for sure, man. Yeah, I think so. Like a little halfway closed door. On this one, oh no, actually, I ended up opening it all the way up. I did have the door sort of semi-open on this one, but I ended up opening it all the way up so that you could see the shuttles more in there. It's probably not going to focus. Hold on a sec. Just try something. Give me a sec. Let me try something here. Camera settings. Close. There we go. Is that light on? Yeah, that might be too bright. I actually figured out how to get this working on here. You can see if we can get a look inside there. It's so tiny that you just shake a little tiny bit and the whole thing shakes. There we go. Got a light on. Get in there with the light. Come on, focus. Focus. So you can kind of see my back wall there. There's like, oh, this is really hard. It's like little cargo containers in there. So this is just a little too big to get in there. There we go. So it's one of those. Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to blind you. It's Johnny there. Too loud in the chat got me. This is one of those little laparoscopic cameras, but it's just that much too big to get into the little shuttle bay. Russ says, "Love the detail." Thank you, Russ. Just want to make sure I turn this off before I put it back to the side. Yeah, that's so yeah, those are the tiny little 1000 scale shuttles. So I don't imagine that the other scale shuttles are going to be that much bigger than that. so I'll be able to fit a couple in there. All right, let's give this thing a whiz. I'm just going to kind of cut inside this line because I know that it's going to be smaller. Zip, zip. I'm just going to go halfway through. I don't need the whole thing. So right there. Snap. Let's see. Steve says, excellent. Check Discord. All right, I will check Discord after the stream. What's the name of your Discord? Let me see if I can figure out how to do this. Russ, I will put a link in the chat for you. If I can figure out how to do that. Guys, HTM guys, help me. Dang it. All right. Is there any guys here that are on our HTM Discord that are admins that can put a link? I can't find it. Give me a sec, Russ. Jerry says, good thing I'm not on the cam. Why, you too shaky? Yes, that's what the mini cam's asking. Yep. Johnny says, yeah, I did get it working. I just had to, I just have to start the browser when everything's already plugged in. And it starts up. Okay, let me try and find this link here. I would love for Russ to join our Discord. I've been trying to get him. I've been trying to send links on his videos, but it doesn't allow me to do that. Don't know if you can see me blindly staring at the computer and not realizing. I swear I did this once before. Copy username. Sure, I'll copy my username. All right, let's see. Back to the StreamYards. Alex says, here it is, Jody. All right, Alec to the rescue for me. Okay. Copy link. Thank you, Alec. I appreciate that. Boom, there you go. I hope that works. Use that link, Russ. Get in the Discord. You'll be in, not sure if you're already on Discord, but you'll be in new members, and then introduce yourself. One of the admins will make you a full member, and you'll be able to see all of our wonderful sci-fi modeling and shipbuilding beautiful goodness that goes floating around there. You're very welcome. Very welcome. All right, back to the shuttle bay floor. So flip this. Okay, so I've got, I want that to fit in there. So I'm just going to mark it up with my marker. because that's what a marker is for. Marking things. Oh, there's all kinds of crap there already. That's okay. I can see where to cut. I can see it. I can see it. Didn't make a mark on that side. Fret leveling beam. Ooh, that's not a very pleasant sound. Sorry about that, guys. Right. Right there. Right there. So, I wonder how the space launch thing is going. One of our friends, Howard, is watching the coverage of the launch. Put it in your description, bud. Thanks, Alec. Put the link in the description of my video. Yeah, you know what? I never thought to do that. I try not to invite everybody to the Discord, but if it's somebody exceptional that I definitely know will be welcomed and appreciated into the group, I don't hesitate to try and get them to join the Discord. Go. The fret leveling beam makes short work of that. All right, so one more cut. Where's my marker? Oh, I can take that down. All right. So I'll leave a little bit of space there. Just gonna go past that bump. There's a tiny bump I can see. Flick those little pieces away. Okay, so if I put this here, now hopefully that gives me enough room for the little shuttles to go. It's going to be there. I guess it doesn't need to be. Well, yeah, because the shuttle bay needs a high ceiling because they need to lift off and take off out of there, right? So, yeah. So I could actually get away with dropping this right onto here after it's all done. And I would set this in the right angle that I want. You know what I mean? You know what I mean about angles. Angles are a guy's best friend. Oh, everybody left. Everyone's like, bye. I'm not listening to this. Get out of here. Okay. So this needs to just move a little bit. Just a bit. Just a little bit. Oh, almost elbowed my coffee right off the desk behind me. That would have been a disaster. Disasterix. So, as you can see, I did not cut that straight. Of course I did not. So, more pressure on this side. So I'll just drag it in one direction. This way. I won't sand back and forth. Getting over there. What's going on here? TV is rubbing on the wall. I'm going making more noise than my chair. There we go. Flatten that out. Okay, that's better. It's better than feta. It's better than feta. It's better than feta. The only cheese that's not better than feta is Fromanda. I don't think I'd want to eat that maggot stuff from Italy either. That looks pretty gross. It's like curvy. There we go. Taste the plastic. Got a lip right there. Oh, sorry. There, that's better. Okay, I'm done with that. I am done with that. Put it in your description. Yeah, okay. We're still there. Right. So it is going to go a certain way because it slightly tapers. I wonder if I should paint this first. I can mask it off. I can mask it. It shall be masked. All right, so I'll get the edge. So I want that to kind of be flush right with the surface there. Just gonna squeeze it a little bit till it locks into place. It's going to be hidden and filled in so I can go in there with the glue and the powder trick. So you'll need a little more of that. Magic modeling powder. I'm going to change that to modeling. Modeling. Oh, there's Eric. Eric's here. How's it going, Eric? Welcome to the stream. Weird YouTube unsubbed me from you, Jody. Corrected that now. Yeah, you know, YouTube tends to do that sometimes. I don't know why. So I'll just hold that tight with my hands. Well, welcome to the stream, Eric, nonetheless. Working on the Cardassian warship. All right, so I'm just going to let some glue run up in here. Just a drop. Get this. So I'll just tie. You can't see what's going on in there, but basically I just let it fall there. Tap it around. And then tap it out. Same thing there. Let the glue run over through the whole seam. Okay, so that should be pretty secure now. Just run this in there and check it out. There we go. Okay, we need a little wall right there. We need a little wall. That's a piece of cardboard. I don't want that. There we go. This one will do it. This one will do. Okay, so it goes on the... All right. Okay, so some of this blue tape here. Go right there. Yeah, just crack that out. Crack it out. Okay, where's my knife? Where's my knife? I'm finding no honor in losing my blade. Seriously, I've lost all of them. What did I do? That's what I get for trying to clean up my desk. Now I can't find anything. Oh, there's one. Here's one. Okay, so I want to cut this right like that. I'm just going to use the inside as a template. That. Like so. With my knife. There's the end. And the end. So that should be right shape or close enough that I can get it in there with a little bit of filing and a little bit of finessing. I can just as easily cut this with a pair of scissors, but scissors aren't fun. Scissors aren't as fun as this, man. So it should fit somewhat in there. Alright, so we gotta get a bit away from the bottom. Got Eric and Ricardo saying howdy to each other, which is always nice to see. Love the HTM group, the group on Discord too. Guys here on YouTube, everybody's so nice to each other and just greetings and respect all around. It's great. It's hard to find that these days, especially when you make new friends. Nobody trusts each other. Nobody likes anything else anyone else likes. It's just... Let's get in there. People aren't getting along. We need to get along. Alex got a question for Eric and Ricardo. Oh, it's not a question. It just says, sorry, no clamps tonight. How do you know there's no clamps? There's going to be clamps. Russ just signed into the Discord. Thanks again. Hey, you're welcome, Russ. Thanks for joining us over there. It's pretty great. There's always someone. If you need any questions answered or you need advice on stuff, there's always somebody over there. And everyone over there is going to value your ideas and your advice too. Because we've seen what you do. You've got the experience and you've got the knowledge. So you're a perfect addition to our group over there. A little bit more off this end. Shark says, what do you mean no clamps? Alec, you gotta have clamps. Oh, hey, buddy, I got clamps, man. I'm just not using them right now. Let me see. I'll clamp something, okay? We'll use one of these. I'll clamp something up for you, Eric. I got you, buddy. Got your back. See if we can pressure pop this whole piece with the clamp. Oh, yeah, look at me. Clamping it like Jed. Clamp it's on there. Push that down a bit. Push it down. Push it down. And 1, 2, 3. How's that? Like it's working. It's doing its thing. Clamp time is over. All right. So I'm going to reinforce down there. I'm not going to see inside it. So I don't care if there's a bunch of glue. So I put quite a generous drop in there. Just get this. Dump a bunch in. Shake it all about. Do the hokey pokey with that. Dump it out. That's solid. That should be solid. Mm-hmm. Oh, I should have. Because that's higher up than the. I didn't trim the top edge before I stuck it in there. Silly me. Silly. Hot clamping action. Oh, yeah, you got it, Eric. I deliver, man. I try to deliver anyways. Give the viewers what they want. Check this out. I don't know. This might be even too much for YouTube. Oh, look at that right there. Look at this. Oh, no. Hope I don't get demonetized. Because, you know. Hot clamping action. Okay, that's going to be harder. It's going to be harder to sand now because just the way it sticks up on there a little bit. I'm just going to get my block here. Hey, you guys get out of here. That file's weak. Is it bedtime for the birdie? Come here, buddy. Blair's here. How are you, Blair? Thanks for joining us. We're just going to say good night to my buddy, Tori, here. Say good night, everybody. Say good night, Tori. You ready to go to bed? Good night, buddy. Say good night. See you later. Yeah. That's Tori. People saying good night to Tori. Steve says red on red, orange on orange. Hot clamping action. That's right. Got censored? Eric says it got censored. Oh. Little pixelated block over my clamps here. Here, what if we tried it like this? Oh. All right, back to the real stuff. Bird's going to bed. Got to get this edge filed down. Did I leave comments on the screen? I did. Way up there. Good night, Tori. Cam says, good night, Tori. Yeah, good night to the bird. He's going into his cage now. It's bedtime. I tried to keep him out of here because sometimes he just starts squawking. And I don't really have time to go chasing him around to try to keep him quiet. Gets like that because he wants attention and nobody's petting him and scratching his little peanut head. So he cries for attention until someone comes and picks him up and gives him little kisses on his head. And he gets kisses from the dog and everybody. He's a little sucky potato with feathers on him. I like to call him Brutus Beakface. Everyone's saying howdy to Blair. Yes, howdy, Blair. Definitely good to have you on my stream tonight. Nice to see you. Well, I can't. Technically, I can't see you. But you can see me. But I can't see you. I got Blair all worried now. Just gonna go start scouring his home, looking for the lens. Okay, so I would assume there's gonna be like a little transition-y sort of piece. I had an idea last year that I never implemented. My idea was, that's gotta fit into there. You know what? It can be like that. It can be like that just fine. It can sit up on top. So yeah, I had an idea. I was thinking about open shuttle bays on a model. So what if I got, and I don't know if this will work, but you guys let me know what you think of this odd, weird idea. So let's say my shuttle bay is open. You can see inside there and you can see shuttles. So what if you take a piece of, like, say, orange or, blue? I don't know. I have to see what the Cardassians' force fields look like. But you take like some clear cellophane of a color, and you put it over the opening, and you have very subtle, very, very dim, subtle lights around the edge of it. Because you know how you see when they have a force field on, like say a doorway or something, there's just like a glowing outline of the doorway, right? I don't know if they do that in post or if they put little lights around the thing to turn them on to make it look that way. Aside from the times when you actually see the energy of the force field if someone touches it or when they're turning it on or off, but normally you don't see it. You just see like a lit up perimeter. So I'm wondering if I had like some, say, orange cellophane, cover that, and just have really subtle lighting around. Alec thinks it might be cool. I think it might be cool too. I'd have to try it out on something though. I had the idea last year, and I could use the oh heck. Right here. Possibly use one of these. Oh my god. It's virtually impenetrable. Why did I buy these idiot-proof boxes? So I could use one of these filamenty things. Sort of maybe thusly. Right around the rim there, Roger. Right around. Just like that. You get the idea, right? Wrap it around the ring. Wrap it around the edge. But sort of have it hidden, like I'd maybe make a wall and have it behind there so you can't see it. It'll also light up the entire thing. Unless I put a double. So I put a double wall. So I have this in between, like that. Using my tweezers, of course, to represent the double wall. You know what I mean? It'll loop up the corners here, something like that. And it'll just shine like a beam. Well, it won't be a beam. Well, tiny lasers would be cool. I wonder if I can take apart like a laser level. Nah. I'll figure that out. We're going to do something. We're going to do a shuttle bay. I have to now. Donnie's sending me shuttles. I got to do a shuttle bay. Right? Right. Okay, so we need details here. And I've got where'd my details go? Ooh, here's something interesting. Bike wheel reflector. How were you counting the bottles I was bagging? The timing was just too perfect as you counted each number 2, 3. I was placing a bottle in the bag. It's like I was telling Blair, I see you. I see all of you. I'm just kidding. I can't see you guys. It's not how YouTube works. I like how when people make a video, they're like, and we'll see you in the next video. Dude, do you even know how YouTube works? You don't see the people. They see you. Okay, I don't think I'm going to use that. It has a cool texture. I don't want that texture. I want like some little panely liney details. What else do I got? Let's see what else I got. Oh, I got this that I cut off that other part there. Okay. Some little details there. That's cool. So we got like little fins. Okay. So I need this template again. All right, so I want to try to get this even here. All right, looks pretty samesies. Looks pretty samesies. That. Get the Scenic Sauber. Get the Scenic Sauber. I'll get to that in a second, Alec. Just give me a minute. That's a long one you threw up there. I need a second. Boink. So, Eric says, do you watch YouTube or does YouTube watch you? Yeah, it totally does, man. YouTube's totally watching all of us. That's what it's there. It wasn't its original intent. Its original intent was to be able to show videos to each other and show off your talents or have a voice in the world and say what you wanted to say, but that's not its purpose anymore, I'm afraid. It's gone totally commodified, and it's just all about pushing ads on you now. Thankfully, the reason they push ads is because people are watching content. So thankfully, there's still enough content. If you know where to look and you got your algorithm trained to what you like, you can avoid a lot of the junk that's out there on YouTube, because there is a lot of just junk. But I got a pretty good list of subscriptions going on, and the YouTube feeds me some pretty good stuff. So yeah, it's watching me. So Alec got a call from the guy he's getting repairs from. Unfortunately, I had to let it go to voicemail, but I'll call him. Okay, right on. Excellent. All right, go with this. Now, I didn't get that centered where I wanted it. Fortunately, I got another piece. See, but the thing is, these aren't evenly spaced. These little ridges here, they're not evenly spaced. Don't like that. Well, it's not like they have to be, but I would like them to be a little more evenly spaced. Let's see what else I got. Let's see what else is in the stush. There. That one's not bad. It's got a bit of a detail on there, and it sort of fits in almost. Yeah, so that one's a possible candidate. So we got a chunk from the NX-01. Some little panel lines. No, that's too odd of a shape. See, we got the little zigzaggy clear piece. Put two of those. Oh, there we go. Got the piece with the ridges on it. This isn't straight though. This has got some curves in it, so I gotta put it like that. Okay. Okay, so how long ago? Only 2 minutes ago, right? Russ is heading to bed. Thanks for stopping in and watching me for a little while, Russ. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I really enjoy your models and your content, so I appreciate the fact that you can stop by and enjoy these weird things I'm doing here. Have yourself a great night, my friend. Take care. Okay, I'm saying good night to Russ. Yes, good night. So, Cameron and Johnny, you guys are watching. If you remember when we live streamed from Wonderfest on Friday night, Russ is the gentleman that was on the right of the screen who joined us for some chats and some drinks for a little while. And he had a whole bunch of models in the show, which are totally awesome. And yeah, it was a pretty good time. He's a real nice dude. It was nice to meet him. And he got interviewed by Norm from the Tested channel, which was pretty cool. Because his model world that he's got going on is quite impressive. There we go. Alright, so that's not bad. I wonder if I should fit this inside or if I should fit it right on the end like a cap. I kind of prefer it to be inside. I like the way this looks with the detail and get like a little wall there. I guess I could have tried to carve lines into this, but there's no way that I'll get them all nice and square and even and straight. Just end up looking homemade. Now, yeah, I get that, yes, what I'm doing is homemade, but the goal is to not make it look homemade. The goal is to make it look realistic enough to pass. Okay, so if this is the right shape, which is pretty good, it's pretty close. I'll just use my little measuring technique here. We've got, let's say, that much. Okay, so 1.5 millimeters. All right, we're going to go for one last ride on our little buddy here, the fret leveling beam for tonight. I'm going to fit this piece in. It's 11 o'clock. So just going to shape this guy up and get it in there. So I'm just kind of rocking it back and forth. Oh, SDM Productions is here. Saying hi all. How's it going, SDM Productions? I've I've enjoyed your videos on YouTube. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in, man. Thanks for coming and checking it out. Since you just got here, here's what's going on, buddy. Yeah. The Cardassian Galor class. So I relocated the pod here. The bridge module that's supposed to be on the front. Right? I've relocated that to the midpoint. We've got a pylon in there with some windows in it. Big front window. This is all got all our wires and lights in there. We got our dish. And so what I've done was I've cut this tail off. And I've turned it into, well, I'm in the process right now. So this is going to be a little shuttle bay. There's my floor. I'm just making the front here. This is going to be the shuttle bay doors right here. And then that is going to go at the bottom of the ship as like a little pod, still attached to the ship but separate. And there we go. I've got another piece of it. Somewhere on this desk, that is. I say that'd be. So a piece from the Excelsior 1000 scale kit that I didn't use. That inside shuttle bay optional part there. So that's going to be here. That's what will attach to the bottom of the ship, like so. Maybe not that far away. Maybe I'll shorten those little pylons. Right, so this will be closed in. This will be closed in. And then we'll have a shuttle bay pointing off the back. Tough one to mod this one, because you don't see a lot of you see Cardassian ships on the show, but there's not a lot of variations, right? They're all very similar to each other. There's not a lot of models. Like you look at the Starfleet ships and, you know, the Klingons and the Romulans, they got all these different models of ships that, so, you know, you can mod one model into a model of something else. You know what I mean? Like my refit NX-01 refit. Let me just get this on here. I love showing this off. I don't care. I'll take the opportunity. Check this out. So if we get in and see the front deflector there. Come on. So the inside details I got there, that's the details from the Discovery Enterprise kit. That's supposed to go in the Bussard collectors, the little spinny piece. So I got it stuck in there. So we got impulse engines. This impulse crystal has an actual crystal in there. Got a little shuttle bay doors at the back. That's made from a piece of one of those bendy straws. Pylons are a scratch built from plastic chunks. So that's my NX-01 refit. Oh yeah, and then we got the moon. Moon turns on. Turn on the moon. Steve says that's too sweet. It is pretty sweet. That was the second model that I made, Steve. This NX01 refit here. This was the second model that I built, or the second model kit. Third model I built. My first one wasn't a model kit. My first one was a scratch built ship. And then I did the Enterprise, Discovery Enterprise, but as a refit. And then I did the NX01 refit. Because it's the refit, but it's refit again. And again and again and again and again and again and again. Would have been nice to have some different decals for it, but hey, do what you gotta do. Oh yeah, and I added this neck here. I extended the, I don't know if anyone noticed that, but the neck is a lot bigger, so I made that neck. It's got a nice little pointy taper at the front. Yeah. What was I doing? Oh yeah, it's like way past my end time. It's okay. YouTube hasn't kicked me off yet. You guys are still checking it out, so I'm gonna finish off what I was doing. At least don't want to do a be continued on you guys. Although it will be a be continued. There's no way I'm getting this done tonight, but I'll be working on this in the future, and then I'm just about at the painting stage to start on the Klingon 7D battle cruiser. I'll be getting to that soon. I want to make sure that I have some friends handy that can assist me when I get on the painting. I want to make sure, like probably Ken and whoever else feels like they want to assist me on it, because airbrushing experience is almost nothing. I'm real intimidated by a painting with an airbrush. So if there's anyone that has time to come on and help me with it, guide me through and walk me through, I would appreciate that from anybody that knows what they're doing. All right, looks like I got a lot more to get off of here. I don't understand. I went up to the lines. All right, so my lines weren't great. Tommy's taking off, having a good night. All right, Tommy, thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it, man. We'll say good morning to you on the Discord tomorrow. SMD, I'm so sorry, I forgot what your name is. SDM, not SMD, SDM. It's good, man. Damn it. Good night, Tommy. Alex getting his bike back tonight. All right. Cam says good night, Tommy. All right. Okay, so where? Yeah, let's just get the big guns out. Since I'm running low on patience. So we'll get the scissors out and we'll cut this guy. Just a little faster with the scissors. Oh, look at that. Almost right in there. Almost right in. Right there. Just a little more right there. Just down the corner here. Just like that. Mod requires total silence while trimming the tiny piece of plastic. So this is going to end up looking like another door that opens up, which I actually have no problem with. It's kind of cool. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. When one door opens up, another one closes. Steve says he has some airbrush tips that might help. Any tips would be appreciated, Steve. I don't have that much experience using it, and when I did decide to start using an airbrush for the purpose of working on models, I could only get cheap ones, and cheap airbrushes aren't great. All right, so it looks like it fits. Now I can sit. It finally fits. Now, okay, so we'll be looking inside here. This is going to be open. All right, we're going to be looking inside our shuttle bay. We're going to see a shuttle or two in there, and we're also going to see, like, I wonder if I could do it back there. Could add another piece and then have my platform back here with the hole, because I want to have like a lift, right, for what's this? Cam's got the crown. Looks like I wear the crown now. Excellent. Excellent. Looks like Blair's saying good night. Good night, Blair. Thanks for coming by. EA Structures. All right. Thanks for coming by, Blair. I don't remember if I already said that or not. Just in case I didn't, thank you very much. Okay, one last thing before I sign off. All right, so we got this. Looking inside there. So now we're going to have lines. So it's going to come back like that. And I'm thinking like here. And I'll just cut a hole and just have a hole open, right? Maybe a light coming down from like a dim light to show that there's a room down there. And then, you know, my idea is that this is the little shuttle storage area down below. And then this is our shuttle launch area. You know what I mean? Landing pad. It's not a helipad. It's a shellipad. But, you know, you get the idea. We'll put whatever markings down here that you might want. A couple little shuttles. I'll add another floor piece back here that we'll be able to see from looking inside. Because, like, if you can see, well, it's hard. You got to really look. But if you can see into this one, then you'll be able to see into this one, because it'll have quite the gaping hole. Quite the gaping hole, indeed. Just like that. Could actually, I'll put this piece on. And the only reason I'm attaching it right now is because if I don't, I'll lose it. I'll put it aside somewhere, put it in a little container or a drawer or up on the shelf beside me, because tomorrow I'm cleaning this whole area. I'm going to reorganize, try to get a better, try to just get a neater system going here. right, there you go. So that's in there. Rick, that's it, Rick. Rick, I remembered. No, I didn't. Now that I see it there, I remember that it's Rick. All right, yeah. Like an aircraft carrier, lower deck razor. Yeah, that's the exact idea, Cam. That's what I'm thinking. I'll take a look at some aircraft carriers and see how they lift those up out of there. Steve says, I used to struggle with the airbrush. Once I found paints I was comfortable with, off to the races. Yeah, that's another thing. I was trying cheap paints because that's all I could get at the time. I have some good stuff now, thanks to my buddy Ken there over at Ken's Hobby Bench, and everybody else at the HTM group are very helpful and supportive and trying to help out Trek Mods, get some supplies and stuff. So I appreciate everything. Appreciate all that stuff. So I want to grow my skills before I actually try to get the paints going again, because I got some good equipment, so I want to use it properly. There we go. So there's that and this. That's it. I'll put a ceiling. We'll have lights. We'll have windows. Oh, I can't put windows there because we got all this mechanical stuff on the side. Wasn't thinking of that. I was looking at it from in here going, oh, got windows in there. No, we're not going to have windows. Got a couple windows here on the upper part of it. That's not a problem. All right. That's going to do it for me. Like 20 after 11. Went a little bit past my time. So, we've got Rick here from SMD. We've got Stephen Martin. We've got John and Cam. We've got Blair from EA Structures. A few guys just signed off. Tommy and Donnie. People got to work in the morning. It's a tough job. We got Shark Ricardo from Mexico. All the way from Mexico. Thanks for watching, Ricardo. I appreciate that. And I hear you're going to be at Wonderfest, so I'm going to bring you that model, and I'll give it to you in person at Wonderfest. The Lost in Space Jupiter 2 model there. Russ was here from Cosmic Quest. Eric was here. Lots of action. Lots of chat today, you guys. My brother Jerry was even here. Appreciate that, Jerry. Thanks for coming by, man. My brother's another one of those guys that has to get up early, start the early working schedule, so he's always in bed early, so doesn't really get a chance to see me live stream because I actually usually do it after somebody else, but I took Buck's place today because he needed a night off. Buck had to take a break. So I thought I'd be his understudy and just fill in the time for him. So everyone that's here, thank you very much, very, very much for joining me on keeping up with the Cardassians. See if we can catch up to these lizardy bastards. There's the inside of that. I was gonna hook up the wires and show you guys the lights, but I'm not gonna get into that right now because we got more streams to do. Got more shows. Thanks, Eric. I appreciate that, buddy. I'm learning, man. I haven't been doing this. I haven't done a lot of solo ones. Only started doing this a few weeks ago, so I appreciate you joining me and watching. Thanks for the comment. So with that, I want you guys to have a good night. Stay tuned to the HTM schedule. You can find it on the Discord server. It'll tell you where and when, well, on YouTube and when. Monday's Donnie Daughtry, Don's modeling desk. Tuesday is Keith working on the Kronos 1 from Casey's Model Mayhem, and usually Buck, but I took Buck's place tonight. Wednesday's Wood Wednesday. You'll see all the guys coming in with their wooden ships and wooden models, stuff like that. You gotta have wood if you want to join Wednesday. Thursday's Jordan. He's always doing something cool. It's either going to be the Lego Slave 1 or maybe he'll get to work on the kit. Who knows what Jordan's doing, but it's always cool. It's always entertaining. Got the group stream Friday night, 9 o'clock, HTM, Hobby Time Modelers group stream. Everybody will be there. I missed it this weekend because I went to a music festival, which was awesome and super fun. But I'll be there this Friday. And we got Andrew at his normal, usual time, Saturday, for Canadian Starships. So don't forget to check out all those guys throughout the week. And have fun. Keep building stuff. Keep on trekking. I really got to get an intro video put in place here. Steve saying thank you. Great live. Thank you, Steve. I really appreciate that, man. Super fun and entertaining, Ricardo says. And Rick says, lol. All right, on. You know what? As long as you're laughing, Rick. As long as I can make you lol. It's always a good day when you lol. Later, guys. Thank you.